YouTube video. Let's see here. Trying to think of something profound to say. Okay, I will say this. It fascinates me how much we are interested in ourselves. When I say that, what I mean by that is the phenomenon of the selfie. It really fascinates me how many pictures a person can take of themselves. I just have a hard time wrapping my mind around that. How many videos and pictures somebody can take of themselves. Not passing any judgment. I just having a hard time understanding it. I feel like, a video or a photo should have a lot of meaning to it. And, I guess as they say, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. To me, a lot of there's pictures that seem like, it's not a good picture. But to the person at the time, that was a good picture to them. Or a video. They'll think that's a good video. What makes one video better than the other? There are a lot of videos and pictures that a lot of people could agree is not a good picture or a good video. But the funny thing about that is that to the person that made the picture or the video, it was something amazing. So again, it's a choosing. Excuse me. The saying is true. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Just like they say, the saying, perception is reality. I find that to be a very true saying. Even though you could say that we have certain laws and certain things that make what you might call reality. Say gravity. That's a reality. But then again, if you're on a planet that doesn't have gravity, that's not a reality there. But still, there are laws in physics that are just universal. Whether that's applied to that certain moment, but yet for the most part, there are certain laws in physics that are universal. And you can call that reality. Excuse me. But perception is reality. I found that to be very, very true in my life. It's kind of hard to think of an example, but I've observed where I'll see something as a reality, and the way another person perceives it is their reality. And who's the judge whose reality is true? Well, at some point you have to make the call. You have to say, okay, this is reality. So, a certain standard. You have to have a standard. You have to have an ultimate truth or truths. I'm trying to think of a good example. Oh, okay. I'm a waiter. Okay. There's a certain amount of time that I'm supposed to agree to table. That I'm supposed to agree to table by. Now, if you were to take a stopwatch and time how long it would take me to get to a table, whether or not I believe at that time, I believe that I'm taking a long time or not taking a long time, my perception might be wrong or right. But if you were to just sit there, we all can agree that time is time. You know, seconds, minutes, hours. If you were to take a stopwatch, this is a good example. If you were to take a stopwatch and time how long it takes for me to how long it takes for me to get to a table. Okay. Now, even though let's say if I got there in 30 seconds, which by most standards would be pretty fast. Let's even say that it took 20 seconds or 15 seconds. But, you know, for the sake of argument, let's just say an average time. Like, for instance, in my job, our requirement is to be there in 45 seconds, which, between me and you, is not very realistic. Talking about reality. But let's just say I get there in 45 seconds. Now, to that person, what may have been 45 seconds by the stopwatch may seem like 5 minutes, like 2 minutes to them, or 3 minutes to them. As you know, it's a weird thing how each second in reality can actually be much more time to a person at that time. So there will be people that would say that even though I got there in 45 seconds, they would say it actually took me 2 minutes to get there, because they're not sitting there and looking at the time. But in their mind, they will say that it took me 2 minutes. That's what they'll believe. You know, doesn't matter what unless you were actually to prove it to them that, you know, that it took me 45 seconds, they would argue that it took me 2 minutes. Truth be told, it is sometimes very difficult to get to a table in 45 seconds. I'm not saying I don't do it, and sometimes I probably even do it in a shorter amount of time. But the funny thing is that perception is reality, and you may think that, you know, and that's, I mean, I'm not trying to ramble on, but there's something to be said about that saying that perception is reality. Even though there are certain things that are fixed in reality, like time and physics and laws, the way a person perceives those things can be so different. You know, hence the thing when it comes, hence the concept of when people are under the influence or heavy influence. You know, I've seen in my experience, you know, a person is under heavy influence of drugs, and they're doing something, and a very long amount of time will pass for them to complete that action. Now, to that person at that time, they're moving at a normal speed, when really they're taking a lot longer than they think they are. So, perception is reality. Oh, I just think about all those sayings that I learned growing up. Some from my father, some from life. Three things that come to my mind is perception is reality, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Which we'll save that for another video. Anyways, this video is already taken way too long, but I am still trying to experiment and get better at making videos. And I was thinking about doing like some kind of like weird visual effect with this video, but I really don't. I don't know. I didn't find nothing that really I felt suitable. I don't know. I can't help but keep it real. I try to keep it real. I'm not saying that, you know. I try to be transparent and genuine. I'm not going to say that I don't ever have what you call it, a persona or a facade, but I don't think I do it intentionally, though. whereas other people do. This is me. This is who I am. Take me as I am. Sinner saved by grace. Let me repeat that. A sinner saved by grace. And this is who I am. For better or worse. Anyways, signing off. I may or may not get views. Who knows? It's a brave new world out there. Anything can happen. The sky's the limit. Thank you for your time. Bye.